guys, MBell 556 here, and we're out at Bullet Creek today to evaluate this newly installed UTG 15-inch super slim Keymod rail. We installed this rail on a PSA ultralight upper by removing the SQR rail that was on the PSA upper and replacing it with this UTG. If you haven't seen that video and you'd like to see the installation video, you can click on the link that we'll put up, and then you can see that video in a new window and come right back here. The primary function we want to look at today in our evaluation is how well does this super slim rail protect the shooter from the barrel heat. I also want to evaluate this function with and without rail covers. Now, the rail covers will add insulation, but they will significantly decrease the ventilation around the barrel. So we want to test this both ways. So let's review our materials and methods for this evaluation. I'll measure the temperature subjectively by touch and objectively using this infrared surface thermometer. I'll record the baseline temperature, and then we'll measure the temperature at 3 time intervals: immediately, 1 minute, and 5 minutes. And what we want to do is see between the immediate and 1 minute time interval how much radiating heat affects this rail cover. And then we want to wait 5 minutes to see how well this barrel cools after heating it up. Now, the subjective measurements will be by gripping the mid portion of the rail right about here with bare hands. And it'll be recorded as 1 cool, 2 for warm, 3 for hot, 4 if it's uncomfortably hot, and 5 if I feel like I just can't touch this without burning myself. The objective measurements will be taken at the end of the barrel, where the barrel's exposed, and we'll take the rail measurements for temperature at T26 on this top rail. To heat the barrel in a standard way, what I'm going to do is a 30 round burst in full auto using M193 ammunition. Then I'll start the temperature assessments, and then we'll repeat the test after the barrel has completely cooled with the rail covers in place. Okay, our baseline temperature on the rail, (68.7), and the barrel, (64.9). Okay, we'll heat up the barrel and see how it does. Immediately, still cool. (74.2) and 80.2. We'll give it 1 minute. And during this minute, the barrel heat is kind of building up, and it's also radiating to the handguards. I can already tell the handguards are what I would call comfortably warm. But we'll wait for 60 seconds. And while we're waiting, we'll place the gun at an angle. The chamber's open. Now at 1 minute, the rail is comfortable but warm, so I'd call this a 2. The rail is 85.5 degrees. The barrel is 171 degrees. Now we'll wait for 5 minutes and repeat the measurements. Now, as we approach 5 minutes, the handguard is actually cooled off. It's barely perceptible that there's any warmth in it at all. As a matter of fact, the end of the handguard feels cool, completely cool. 84.8 measurements on the handguard here. And the barrel's 132.3. So now, let's install the rail covers, and let's see how that affects both the comfort as far as the grip and how it affects the cooling of the barrel. So now we've let the gun sit for about another 15 minutes, and it's cooled off back to its baseline now. In the meantime, we installed the rail covers. These are very nice rail covers. I like these Noveski Keymod rail covers. They feel good, but one of our concerns was that they will cut down the ventilation. So let's now repeat the test. We'll warm up the barrel again. We'll do our same 3 measurements and see how the rail performs with the rail covers in place. Okay, immediately cool. 83.0 for the rail. 171.6 for the barrel. At about 1 minute, the rail feels slightly warm, very comfortable. The temperature measurement of the rail is 94.1 for the rail. 169 for the barrel. We'll prop it back up and let it cool for 5 minutes. Okay, now as we approach 5 minutes, the handguards themselves are comfortably warm. So we'd say this is a 2. And then at 5 minutes, the top rail, 92.7. And the end of the barrel, 123.9. So what did we find out? The comfort level to the bare hands was the same immediately and at 1 minute, but the rails felt slightly cooler to the bare hands at 5 minutes without the rail covers in place. We also saw that with the rail covers in place, the core temperature of the rail itself, when we measured the top rail, was about 8 to 9 degrees warmer at each time interval. But I was pleasantly surprised to find out that putting the rail covers on this UTG rail did not adversely affect the cooling of the barrel. In fact, what we saw was the same degree of cooling over time, whether the rail covers were in place or were off. And so even though the rail itself was heating up slightly, the comfort level was good with the rail covers on place, and the rail covers did not adversely affect barrel cooling. Also, as far as just the general evaluation, these rail covers seem very sturdy in the field. The fit and finish is very nice. Like we talked about in the other video, these rail covers would not go on the SQR, and they went on very easily and very securely on the UTG rail. So I'm very pleased with the overall quality of this UTG 15-inch Keymod Super Slim rail. I hope you found the information useful. If you did, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you have any questions or comments, please post those on the video site, and I'll try to respond to those in a timely fashion. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.